Do you believe that men can get pregnant? Dan Bishop questions pro-choice House witnesses.
Thank you. Ms. Scanlon said a few minutes ago that, that this hearing is called because of an imminent peril to the right of abortion. Professor Goodwin, I guess you're the only witness presented by the majority as having expertise in the law. Do you unequivocally condemn the leak of the draft opinion?
It is absolutely unprecedented that there is a leak, and it is a story. It is not the story of these hearings, but that is unprecedented.
No, I'm aware it's unprecedented. That's factual. Many people have covered that. I'm interested in, as a matter of your expertise, do you condemn it? Was it wrong to leak the opinion?
I believe that the justices need to be able to deliberate privately, and I think that leaks such as this make that difficult.
Thank you. So, Dr. Robinson, I noticed in your written testimony, you said that you use she, her pronouns. You're a medical doctor. What's a woman?
It's important for you to understand why I said I use she, her pronouns.
Well,
because I understand that there are people.
I was explaining why I'm asking the question, but I'd just like to get an answer to the question. What's a woman?
I think it's important that we educate people like you about
People
why
like
we're
you.
doing the things that we do. And so the reason that I use she and her pronouns is because I understand that there are people who become pregnant that may not identify that way. And I think it is discriminatory to speak to people or to call them in such a way as they desire not to be called.
Thanks for that
So
explanation.
it's important that we respect each individual person.
Are you going to answer my question? Can you answer the question, what's a woman?
I'm a woman. And I will ask you, which pronouns do you use?
Can you
If you
provide...
tell me that you use she and
But why is she not answering the question though? What is a woman?
her pronouns, I'm going to answer you. I'm going to call you Mr. Bishop. I'm going to respect you for how you want me to address you.
I'm just saying, so you give me an example of a woman, you say that you are a woman. Can you tell me,
think that
otherwise,
is
can you tell me what a woman is?
Yes, I'm telling you, I'm a woman.
Is that as comprehensive a definition as you can give me?
That's as comprehensive as a definition as I will give you today, because I think that it's important that we focus on what we're here for, and it's to talk about access to abortion
So you're
care
not interested
and
in
how
answering a
important
question
this
I ask
right
unless,
is.
and answering a question that I ask unless it's part of a message you want to deliver. Is that right?
I'm sorry.
You're
Because
not.
I was talking and you were talking
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
same time.
I'm right.
I couldn't hear
It's my
you.
time.
Okay,
It's
I
my
just
time
said-
to ask you questions. That's the purpose of it. I ask you to uncover things by asking you questions and asking you to respond. So you're not willing to answer a question unless it's part of a message you wish to deliver. Is that correct?
Sir, what I was trying to explain to you is that I had a difficult time hearing you since we were talking at the same time.
All right, let me just see if I can go to Ms. Arambide. Is that a pretty close approximation of the pronunciation?
Arambide?
Arambide? Okay. What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify with
This thing is not sitting well in my head. It's not sitting well in my head. What is a woman? And it's you know why it's concerning more? Because you're asking a woman, what is a woman? And they're telling you everybody can identify as a woman. That's not even a definition to start with. And also it's not even counterintuitive. It's not logical to even think about that. What is a woman? Everybody can identify as a woman. You're answering a whole different question, which is formed in your mind. It's not directly correlated with what he's asking. No, there's a problem. You're asking a woman, what's a woman? And she cannot answer.
themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
She doesn't believe it. That yes, if you give her, how do you call it, truth detector, you see she's lying. She doesn't even believe it. She's smiling when she said the yes. Look at.
Professor,
Let's take it back. I want you to see her face when she said yes.
Yes.
No, let's take it all the way back.
do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
See her face? She doesn't believe that. Anyway.
Professor Goodwin, the draft opinion says this, in part. The court has no authority to decree that an erroneous precedent is permanently exempt from evaluation under traditional stare decisis principles. Adherence to precedent is the norm, but not an inexorable command. If the rule were otherwise, erroneous decisions like Plessy and Lochner would still be the law. Close quote. Professor, isn't that inarguably true? Mustn't it be the case that all prior decisions of the court are subject to reevaluation?
Well, it is certainly the case that we have in the legacy of this court, Dred Scott, Plessy v. Ferguson, they fell after Brown v. Board of Education. So the ability to be able to review is important. That's the ability to be able to review. It's another thing when the Supreme Court then strips away a fundamental protection that has been made, particularly given that the justices who may be involved in this leaked draft opinion suggested that they actually respected the precedent and stare decisis associated with Roe, and we were not talking about Plessy v. Ferguson or Dred Scott when they said that they respected that stare decisis.
Well, if those are examples, so Roe and Casey would be equally susceptible to reevaluation as Plessy. Would you agree?
Well, and in fact, they certainly could be and be further expanded, and they have been. So one of the things we haven't talked about is that there is Whole Women's Health v. Hellerstedt, and even just a couple years ago, June Medical v. Rousseau, which this Supreme Court used to further uphold the principles of Roe v. Wade and also Planned Parenthood v. Casey.
I yield back. My time's expired.
Oh, those conversations I don't understand anymore. Yeah, I don't understand anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know where my head is at anymore. Because you watch videos like this and you think you know what is going on in the world. Apparently we don't. We don't. Because up until about maybe 5 years ago, it wasn't a discussion. Like, it wasn't even a discussion. But all of a sudden it became a discussion. And not only did it become a discussion, it is being forced to be the norm. Like, everybody has to adapt it, live with it, or get out of the society. That's how it's feeling now. Like, this must be it, or you're the problem with the society. As a matter of fact, in this video, there's going to be a lot of people who would hate this video and, almost fry me in the comment section. But it is what it is. It's almost even scary. If you ask me what is a woman and I'm not able to define it, maybe somebody can accept it and be like, oh, he's a man, he doesn't really understand what a woman is. But if I ask a woman what is a woman and she cannot define it, there's a problem. There's a problem. That's it. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Feel free to add or subtract from what I've said, or fry me, anything you want to do. But please, let's discuss in the comment section. That being said, have a very wonderful day. Peace.